What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you several very interesting and important news. First of all, I will remind you about the upcoming space call that will take place within just several hours. On top of that, I will show you the activity of paid shields, of puppets who just recently became even more active, and this means we are on the right path. On top of that, I will show you a due diligence from definitely Rare DD, where he found out the lie of authorities in regards to our case, and I have to say that we have more and more evidence of this type of contradictions, let's put it this way. Then I will show you an update in regards to the lawsuit, major lawsuit that is addressed to basically to the entire retail community, and this is a class action lawsuit against Roaring Kitty. And I will show you some comments from our headliners, and I will give you my 2 cents in regards to this case. And before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So let's start with this reminder. You know that we have not more than several hours till the deadline, till this space call happens. And I think it might also be quite interesting and important because busy brands sent a lot of invitations to this space call, and it will be dedicated to the veterans who are involved in MMTLP saga. And we have some interesting guests on this space call. One of them is General Mike Flynn. And definitely this space call is worth your attention. Just set a reminder, and by the time when this video will be published, it will be not more than 6 hours till this deadline. That is why, guys, set reminders. Let me show you another news. You know that just yesterday I showed you this video, and it was published by Marcos, where he wrote this. Check out this classic clip from Patrick Birdie, recorded 12 years ago. He explains how naked short selling is a complex workflow involving journalists, foreign exchanges and regulators. And guys, this problem that was mentioned in this clip is still the same. We have absolutely similar actions from the wrongdoers who are still trying to push a lot of minor stops down. And let me show you this tweet, this repost that was made by Liquid88, and Liquid88 wrote, let's see what Alexander Osipovich, Forbes and Aaron Cho have to say about this. I'm guessing. And guys, you know that Alexander Osipovich is the person who made several articles, and I have to say that it was a hit piece article that was made intentionally to push our case down. And for quite a long period of time, Alexander Osipovich was extremely silent in regards to our case. But take a look right here. On June 25th, he started to tweet again, and he started to write these tweets in regards to our case. And guys, just yesterday I showed you that Charles Gasparina also started to make some posts in regards to our case, and this means these puppets received an order from their puppeteer to spread the misleading information in regards to our case. And guys, this is the sign, and it is 100% clear for me that we are on the right path and we are about to see a major breakthrough in our case. To be honest, I don't know from which side this breakthrough will happen, but I'm pretty sure that this will happen within next, let's put it this way, in the foreseeable future. On top of that, let me show you this due diligence, and I have to give a huge shout out to Rare DD, because on a daily basis he publishes this due diligence where he exposes authorities, wrongdoers and other crooks who are trying to push the entire retail community down. And let me quote you his recent tweet. It would take about a day for an SEC investigator not familiar with FINRA Rule 6490 the MMTLP corporate actions and the FINRA's March 16th FAQ to examine them all and realize FINRA didn't follow their own rule. The FAQ is written from the perspective that FINRA created the corporate actions, they never denied it. They said they did so consistent with the information provided by metamaterials, including the November 23rd PR announcement. When you compare that November 23rd PR to the corporate actions, you have to immediately disregard the rest of the FAQ and anything else FINRA has said in defense of their actions, because you've already caught them in a lie. Why has the SEC ignored the many flaws in FINRA's FAQs? And he added this screenshot. Let me show you. First of all, he published this Rule 6419, and on top of that, he published the part of the FAQ in regards to MMTLP that was issued on March 16th of 2023. And he highlighted this part with a comment, no mention of modifying or reversing corporate actions in FINRA's rules. And let me show you right here. Again, this is the screenshot from the MMTLP FAQ that was published on March 16 of 2023, and he made these comments. This portion of FINRA's FAQ is consistent with the November 23rd announcement from metamaterials, but the actual MMTLP corporate actions were not. Notice that there is no mention of December 13th in the metamaterials announcement, nor this portion of the FAQ. And here you can see he highlighted several dates, December the 12th, December 14th, December the 6th, December the 8th, December 14th, and he highlighted December 14th because it was the cancellation date. But next screenshot shows that basically it is the corporate action that was issued by FINRA on December the 6th. And another update of this corporate action that was made on December the 8th. And it says, MMTLP shares will be cancelled effective for December 13th, 2022. And as you can see, guys, here is the pure contradiction in between FINRA's own information. Because right here, FINRA made this date as the deletion date. It was December 13th. But in the FAQ that they published several months after this information, they didn't mention about December 13th. And guys, how it is even possible that in official statement of FINRA, where they tried to describe the entire MMTLP saga, and when they tried to cover themselves, they didn't mention about this date. It doesn't make sense in my opinion, and it is a pure evidence that they are still lying. On top of that, Rare DD added this 15 hours ago. But here's the thing, the SEC is intimately aware of FINRA's Rule 6490, so much so that when FINRA deemed Metatron's MRNJ reverse split corporate action submission deficient, and when the 2018 UPC subcommittee affirmed the denial, Metatron appealed to the SEC. Their argument was simple, and here's the direct speech. FINRA denied the request to process and announce an issue reverse stock split, but did not explain why denial of a request was necessary for the protection of investors, the public interest, or to maintain fair and orderly markets. It took a while, but eventually the SEC agreed. And here is the direct speech from the SEC document. And by the way, he added the screenshot of this document below. Let me quote you this. Where a self-regulatory association like FINRA does not clearly explain the basis of its conclusions, the Commission cannot discharge properly its review function, and often remand is appropriate. A remand is particularly appropriate here because the Commission's prior precedent regarding FINRA Rule 6490 did not involve a first-step deficiency determination, premised on misleading periodic filings. We thus remand this case to FINRA for further explanation as to why denial of Metatron's reverse stock split announcement is necessary for the protection of investors and public interest. Of course, FINRA also may determine the process upon which its action is taken. By the Commission Chair Gary Gensler and Commissioner Hester Pierce, Greensaw, Ida and Lee Zarga. How else is this important to the MMTLP situation? Well, FINRA basically deemed the MMTLP corporate action deficient after it was processed twice. This defied the purpose of the rule according to the SEC and similar to the Metatron case. FINRA didn't provide a reason at that time. The December the 9th of 2022 UPC halt notice only mentioned that they did so pursuant to Rule 6440A3. FINRA has determined that an extraordinary event has occurred or is ongoing that has caused or has the potential to cause significant uncertainty in the settlement and clearance process for shares in MMTLP, and that, therefore, halting trading and quoting in MMTLP is necessary to protect investors and the public interest. And guys, no reason was provided until 3 months later. Why didn't FINRA deem the MMTLP submission deficient? Because since FINRA forced Metamaterials to accept their changes, it wouldn't make sense to tell Metamaterials that their submission was deficient. So, FINRA pretended to discover the issue that they created, but after the Rule 6419 review process. FINRA is still basically calling the submission deficient, but there was no deficiency notice, no opportunity to appeal, and like the Metatron case, no reason given. And guys, this is another evidence that authorities are cherry-picking the facts that are necessary for them to cover themselves. And as you can see, FINRA does it multiple times, and SEC covered them. But in one case, they agreed with the statement that it was a violation of 6490 rule, but in other case, they didn't agree with this. And that is why, guys, it is pure evidence that they are cherry-picking the facts, and in my opinion, it is proof of their incompetence. So, let me show you further. At the same time, when we have this gibberish on the US stock market, other countries are implementing very good decisions, very good actions in order to protect their markets from illegal naked short activity. And as you can see, Kristen Shaughnessy published this tweet just yesterday, and David Barber reposted it. And the main idea of this tweet is the article, and as you can see, it's titled "High-Speed Traders Short Sellers Face a Growing Asia Crackdown." And by banning this illegal activity from their markets, they definitely make a good decision, and they help the entire Asian stock market to be more transparent and fair for every type of investors. And guys, why in the world we don't have this on the US stock market? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense if the Congress and authorities stated that their main purpose is to help every investor on the market to be on the fair and transparent market. So, definitely, it is the pure contradiction of their activity. So, let me show you another quite interesting news. Meta News wrote this 6 hours ago. Breaking: Roaring Kitty, also known as Keith Gill, has been sued for securities fraud over his role in promoting GameStop. Heads up, this guy suing is a short seller and has 35 shares of GameStop and a few options. And guys, don't you think it is quite familiar case to our case? When someone files a lawsuit with the help of so-called shareholder who has only just several shares of the certain asset, and the main purpose of this action is to protect themselves in one case, and in other case is to gain some money for the attorneys from the plaintiff side. And guys, we have exactly the same actions, for example, with Tesla, when the person who has just 9 shares sued Elon Musk and Tesla in regards to the so-called extremely high level of remuneration On top of that, we had Professor James J. Angel, who had just several shares of MMTLP and who was the so-called helper of Congress to shed some light on our case. And definitely, it is not the real intention to help these shareholders. It is just a pure evidence of the loophole that the US legal system has, and which is extremely useful for the lawyers who files these lawsuits. And let me show you that Richard Hoffman, in regards to this news, also wrote this. Case may be BS, but in class action, the lead plaintiff just needs to be a shareholder, period. Not that generally successful class actions are designed to generate large returns for plaintiffs' lawyers. In the Delaware Basin pay package dispute, it's totally an issue of legal fees, of which plaintiffs' lawyers are seeking nearly $6 billion in shares. And this is a pure evidence of the loophole that was used by these so-called lawyers who tried to benefit themselves because of these cases. So guys, this video is quite long, and probably tomorrow I will do another update with the news that I haven't covered in my today's video. But for now, subscribe to my channel in order not to miss the next video. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap, only God wants you.